today. From Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears taking on Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And if you look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits, that's saying something.
It's a rivalry that dates back to 1921. The Packers and Bears are underway from Chicago. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. The numbers for Williams a week ago: 16 carries, 64 yards, and a touchdown.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Fields on target to Mooney. First down, Chicago. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here to Komet. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Fields now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
On 4th down, Fields completes a Mooney on the slant. And he will have the first down, but hold everything. A flag is down. This one might not stand. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that flag.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. A gain of 6 there on 1st. This defense for the Bears, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game.
And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. And this is picked up by the Bears. Randall Cobb on the breakaway. Touchdown. Randall Cobb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of the team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that right time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They give it to Williams, running right. Oh, nice move. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Well, this defense for the Packers, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground. That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
They snap it to Fields. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 more there and another first down. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now it's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 23. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. They'll run on first down. Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd and 1, Fields. This is caught. Touchdown, Bears! Allen Robinson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. On this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top two teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Roquan Smith, the Bears' leading tackler last year, up to make the play. To throw is Rodgers. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep, Demir Berg. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, here's Fields. Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards and a Chicago first down. Here's Fields. Man open is Robinson. Touchdown. Allen Robinson. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He's got the rookie from Clemson, Amari Rodgers. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st down, Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers, they're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. On 1st down, Fields. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. throw. Fields. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown Bears. Darnell Mooney, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On second and inches, Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. That'll be caught by Rodgers. So we come upon halftime, and now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers drops it to Jones in the flat. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough for us.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw there complete to Rodgers. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. I think that's Mack who's still down. Yeah, it is. Mack apparently shaken up there. Throwing on second and 8. Rodgers. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Rodgers' throw taken in by Adams. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now it's Rodgers, and that will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Herbert. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
From the 29, Fields. It's complete to Robinson. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 18. Fields to the veteran Robinson for the Chicago 1st. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
And, you know, he may not have the franchise tag, but I bet they're relieved to have that deal done, keep him around.
And he's a good guy, a valuable player to them, and they wanted to make sure they had him around. Good team chemistry, always hard to find, and when you've got it, you don't want to let it get away.
Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. On 2nd and 7, Fields. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Touchdown! Khalil Herbert, his 1st NFL reception goes for 6. And the Bears are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Santos with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. On the return, it's Taylor. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw into the hands of Cobb. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Rodgers going to throw. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now Rodgers. Open man left side, it's the tight end Tunyon. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. A check down here to Jones. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Here's Rodgers. That's complete to Cobb. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And it's caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Herbert, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. On 3rd down, Herbert. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
That's right, baby. It's all
and
right,
he
baby.
is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Khalil Herbert, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. On the return, it's Taylor. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, called it the 26. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Rodgers teaming up with Lazard there for a Packer 1st down. This one swung out here to Jones. And at the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Another carry for Herbert on second down.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Touchdown, Bears! Allen Robinson from 6 yards away. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
On the return from his end zone, Malik Taylor.
Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for Chicago, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the